Hey guys, welcome back to the channel with more Watchmen. This is season 1, episode 3, and before I get started, I just wanted to talk about something I noticed at the end of last episode that I didn't realize until after I had recorded my commentary, which is that the same way the piece of paper that said "Watch over this boy" landed in Angela's hand is the same exact way her great-grandfather got the paper in the first place, which it was like dropped from planes and it came floating down and he caught it out of the air, which is really, really interesting. Didn't realize that until I was editing later on. But yeah, that was really cool. Anyway, this episode, looking forward to seeing where the heck Will went and what his involvement in all of this is. And yeah, he just got airlifted out of there. Angela has no car anymore. I'm guessing maybe they have a second car or something. I don't know. But curious to see how I'm curious to see if there's going to be another opening scene with a historical background, like the first two episodes. And yeah, just want more of this world building and keep all this crazy good stuff coming. Excited to continue. If you want to watch the full reaction, you can check out Patreon in the link in the description below. Otherwise, leave a like, really helps out this channel, and let's get started.
Pick up the receiver and begin speaking at any time. Dr. Manhattan is listening.
What?
I've got a joke. Stop me if you've heard this one.
A joke?
There's a brick left over. One single brick. The guy freaks out. She picks up the orphan brick and she throws it up into the air as high as she can. Shit. I messed it up. Okay, forget that joke. Can I tell you
No!
another one?
No, I want to...
Money from the fucking drawers now!
I want to hear that joke. Oh god. You go for the hostage, yeah. You get a hostage right away.
Release the hostage.
Did you get an anonymous tip? What if it was the FBI? Because what you're doing right now, vigilantism, it's illegal. So it would be super smart for federal law enforcement to tip you off that this bank was about to be robbed. Of course, you wouldn't know
What?
you were being set up. Otherwise, you wouldn't walk right into their trap, right?
Damn. And now he's on the run. Is that a crime worth killing for? Oh my god.
How'd you know his body armor would stop the bullets?
She didn't. She was killed by space junk?
Hey, Devo.
Damn it, I want to hear the end of that joke. I was so invested.
What's his name?
Who?
The Owl.
Who? That's his name. Yourself.
Who? That's amazing.
Crime's down 80% in Tulsa since we passed DOPA. In other cities,
You called it DOPA?
the Defense of Police Act.
DOPA.
And it's
And she has pictures of the superheroes. The owl. Oh. Oh.
Okay. Forget the brick. New joke.
No.
3 heroes die, and they all show up at the pearly gates. God frowns. Sorry, owl guy. Your heart's in the right place, but you're just too soft. God snaps his fingers. And the hero goes to hell.
Chief Judd Crawford in a tree. Can't go in there alone.
I'll take
This guy.
him.
Yeah.
You want my autograph?
What?
Well, you clearly have a hard-on for the past, so...
Sorry for not pretending that I don't know who you are because we're supposed to leave famous people alone. And before I was recruited by the FBI to run the slide projector, I had a PhD in history. Please don't treat me like I'm some kind of fan.
Our hero number 2 is confident he can game this out because that's his God-given talent. Smarts. I saved humanity, says Smarty Pants. I dropped a giant alien squid on New York. And everybody was so afraid of it, they stopped being afraid of each other. God snaps his fingers. The hero goes to hell. Sir, I'm with the FBI. Are your civil rights being violated?
Yes, ma'am. These people came into my place of business and they just grabbed me. They didn't read me my rights.
Okay, sorry. I was just kidding. I don't care. I'm looking for someone named Looking Glass.
It determines and exposes negative cultural biases to which the suspect might otherwise not admit.
So it's a racist detector.
That's an oversimplification.
So
Racist
I'm guessing
detector.
all these blind. So this raid the other night at the cattle ranch.
I wasn't there.
Yes, I know. But the report says you got the location from a suspect here in the racist detector.
It's not a...
Hero number 3 is pretty much a god himself. He's blue, and he likes to stroll around with his dick hanging out. He can teleport. I know you're sending me to hell. How do you know that? Asks God. The blue god sounds very, very sad when he softly says, because I'm already there.
We were lucky.
Oh shoot, they're here.
We might not always be lucky.
I was about to say, like, the best place
be
to
prepared.
strike would be at a cop
So we
funeral.
made a pact. Get along, little doggy.
Explosives.
Get along. Get along, little doggy.
Explosives.
Get along. Get
Suicide
along,
vest.
little doggy.
Dead man switch. Jeez.
Nobody fucking move! This device is connected to my heart, so if it stops beating, you're all fucking dead! You are a race traitor and have declared open war on the 7th Cavalry. Surrender yourself or everyone dies! Do not attempt to fight.
Oh shit. You're throwing him inside the thing? Holy crap. Well, that's a way for Judd's body to go.
Are you ready to venture into the great beyond?
Oh, yes I am, sir.
And he dead. Whoa.
Shit! 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 Fuck! Motherfucking shit!
Straight through the eye. Whoa.
For he's a jolly good fellow, for he's a jolly... I am available at your leisure and by your grace to discuss this matter further should you wish to repeat your ridiculous accusations in person.
This'll have him quaking in his boots, Master. I'll have it sent right away.
Have Mr. Phillips restring my bow and saddle up Bucephalus.
Oh. Fun. Ozymandias.
When they swarm me in, I promise to defend us from all enemies, foreign and domestic. And the Russians ain't my problem. The goddamn 7th Cavalry is. Right now, here's where the war's at.
Well, he's got my vote.
Are you even old enough to vote?
Rude.
So can I get that autograph now?
That was almost funny, Petey.
It was hilarious.
No.
You knew where they'd be. I'm guessing that wasn't public knowledge, but... Angela.
How about that coffee now? Hey, did you know that he had a secret compartment in his closet?
What?
Yeah, I was over there talking to his wife, and while I was there, I found the secret fucking compartment. Isn't that insane?
But you didn't find the cloak. Because Angela took it.
You tell me. What was it?
She knew. She knows she
Should
took
I
it.
know?
She's too good at this.
Okay. You know, maybe the two of you were having an affair, which makes no sense because your husband's fucking hot. Men
To your
who end up
core.
hanging from trees with secret compartments in their closets tend to think of themselves as good guys. And those who protect them think they're good guys too. But here's the thing about me, Sister Knight. I eat good guys for breakfast.
Ooh.
Oh, I was standing behind those other guys the whole time. You just didn't see me.
Oh my god.
Did I give you a talent, God asks? Nope. None to speak of, says the woman. I don't know who you are. And the woman looks at God, and she quietly says, I'm the little girl who threw the brick in the air. And a sound from above. Something falling.
Damn.
Game over. He's dead. And where does God go when he dies? He goes to hell. Good joke.
Sorry, your time is almost up.
The assholes down here still think you give a shit. Even though you've been living on another fucking planet for 30 years. But we're not really worth giving a shit about anyway, are we?
Recording complete. Your message will reach Mars in approximately 40 seconds.
Is she about to be proven right about Vigilante? Never mind. Holy... Oh, wow. Dr. Frickin' Manhattan. That was a ridiculous episode. Silk frickin' Spectre. Man, that's so cool. They're slowly drawing more and more connections to the source material, which I appreciate. And that joke, that frickin' episode-long joke was so good. When she cut off the first part of it and said like, I messed it up, like the little girl threw the brick, and I was just like, no, that sounds like such a good setup for at least a story. I didn't think it was like a ha 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 joke, but it was like, it seems like a very, very interesting story and I need to know the end of it. And she was like, forget it. And I was like, no, but that was the plan all along. Well frickin' done. Well frickin' done. She's the girl who threw the brick and she kills frickin' God. What the heck? Wow. That was something else. And the car, it fell exactly 40 seconds after the call was completed. So it took 40 seconds to send to Dr. Manhattan, and then the car fell 40 seconds afterwards. So that was perfect timing, and wow, what a great way to show he's listening. Me, like a dumbass, was like, oh, is that Angela's car? Doy. Oh, it's the brick from Dr. Manhattan, of course. But yeah, this was Laurie's episode for sure, Silk Spectre's episode for sure, and it was fascinating. And like, as much as she wants to hate heroes, she freaking shot that vigilante, not knowing it wouldn't kill him. And she wanted to go to Tulsa alone and kind of like lone gunman this whole thing. And that guy she brought, though, like, he's a freaking gem. The Rorschach journal is important context, and he gets chewed out over it, and then he stands up for himself when she's just like, you want a freaking autograph or something? That was pretty cool. And then he asks her again later for the autograph to break the tension. That was really funny. But yeah, she has great lines. Laurie has great lines throughout this episode and act the heck out of this part. She's just suggesting, like, oh, did you cheat on your husband with Judd? Which would make no freaking sense because your husbands are fucking hot. And then she asked that guy who was being taken in by the police, like, are your civil rights being violated? And he starts, like, he thinks he's being saved. He's like, okay, sorry, I was kidding. I don't care. Oh, man, that was hilarious. But yeah, she's highly intelligent, got everything figured out, knows how to get under people's skin. Just a joy to watch. But also Angela, freaking Angela. Like, Laurie goes on about the whole people who have, like, secret compartments and wind up hanged aren't good people. And the people who protect them aren't good people. And Angela takes, like, a hella tense moment and just starts like, oh me, oh my. Damn. Like, even so freaking Spectre didn't see that coming. But yeah, that funeral attack, speaking of seeing things coming, I totally saw that coming. I've seen a show before where policemen are having a funeral and someone tries to kill a cop. And, like, in my mind, while this was all happening before we saw him actually tunneling through, I was like, yeah, a public-ish area where you're all scheduled to be gathered. And, like, right after a cop killing, that has to be a target for the 7th Cavalry. And I'm surprised they don't have, like, snipers all around. Not that it would have helped that much in this situation. But, yeah, Laurie just has to shoot him in the head. Saw that coming for sure. We didn't see her strap an extra gun and hand over a different gun for nothing. And quick thinking on Angela's part to shove him in the grave. But also, freaking shoved Judd on top of him. He saved everyone one last time. Or did he? Because KKK, possibly. It's interesting because, like, Silk Spectre, Laurie doesn't know what exactly is being covered up with that bust, but yeah, she suspects that like, Angela is doing something kind of untoward. She did wheel away Will. She did not tell anybody about the KKK wizard robes. And yeah, she's intuitive, and yeah, she's got a read on Angela too, as much as she claims she isn't a cop. And yeah, she just knows that who everybody is, and I mean, she has access to that. But yeah, she's very intelligent and knows how to push people's buttons. And yeah, she heads back to the hotel and almost starts using this huge freaking blue dildo, which, I mean, Dr. Manhattan, I mean, I guess, who can satisfy her after that? I mean, she eventually goes with the guy who's like 40 years younger or something. 30 years, I'll say. 30 years younger. And, but the fact that it was a freaking giant blue dildo, I'm going to call it Space Dildo. No, I'm going to call it Dr. Space Dildo. Meanwhile, Ozymandias is, I don't know what the heck he's doing. He's a freaking psychopath. I don't know who this guy is that he's at odds with, the game warden or something. I forgot what it's called. But that whole letter writing thing, I really need to know how all this ties together. And, like, how did Mr. Phillips freeze? Like, where could he have gone to do that? Are they not on Earth? Are they, I don't know. The game warden keeps a watch. Keeps watch. I'm, like, pointing at the watch even though I'm saying, like, he's keeping watch. Is he there to keep an eye specifically on Ozymandias and to keep him out of, like, from getting out of line? I thought he was, like, on his own and hidden from everybody, but it seems like at the very least the game warden knows he's there and is probably working under someone to keep him that way. But yeah. Yeah, very, very confusing, but in the best way. Very, very interesting. Oh, and Senator Keene talking about how we have domestic and foreign threats, but in Oklahoma, he's concerned about the 7th Cavalry and not the damn Russians. And yeah, I can imagine, like, very few senators who would put their neck out on the line like that in our real world. Granted, our situation isn't as bad as in the show with the domestic terrorism, but it's pretty freaking bad. We have like all the recent acts of terrorism have been like the vast majority of them have been like white supremacists in the last few years. So we got a problem here. But yeah, interesting. No little history lesson at the start of the episode, but every episode has felt very unique so far. This one reintroducing a very important character from the comic, so graphic novel or comic, and yeah, enjoying this a lot. Oh, also one last thing. She was killed by space junk could also mean she was killed by the space dildo. I don't know. I feel like this show is super popular. I see like a lot of chatter online, but it's not really picking up that many views on my channel. So if you have friends who watch the show, share these videos with them. I'd really appreciate it. Otherwise, leave a like, another way to help out my channel. And yeah, if you want to check out the full reaction, it's in the link in the description below on Patreon. And yeah, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time.